So there's no transformation from information without implementation. You know this, I've said it so many times. So in this video, we're talking about how to keep your eyes on the prize. So this is success principle number 27 now? Yes, 27. And if you've never seen me before, obviously thumbs this video up, even before you've seen all of it, because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I love to see new people in my community because I want to help the world to shift, heal, and expand. My job as a content producer, as a person, as a coach, as a facilitator, is to help have a space for you to not only take information, but use it for transformation through implementation. And so this video is all about keeping the eyes on the prize, because that's the principle of the day, number 27. Sometimes we can lose focus, we can get distracted, and I had to have a word with a few of my friends the other day when they was like, this isn't working. And I had to remind them of why they started in the first place, of why they was moving forward, and as why they needed to go back to what they love and what lights them up. And if you haven't seen my Instagram video today, it's in my IGTV series to stay aligned. There's a video there about staying in alignment, so do go watch that. I'll put the link for my IG below. There's so much I want to share with you today. There's so much, because I think sometimes we can get so distracted. And to be honest, I probably say this about lots of different videos in the series, but this is one of my favorites because this is all about focusing. And as a person who's got dyslexia and dyspraxia and ADHD, and I own those labels, they don't own me, I am very aware that sometimes I can lose focus. So I have to kind of be like, this is where we was going. And I have to be very focused. I have to be intentional. And so my focus skills are all about staying organized through different practices. I have 2 journals. One is much more law of attraction type, and the other one is much more high performance type. And in between all of that, I have some online tools that I use to keep me accountable. This is probably the first thing that I want you to take note of. Don't leave your focus to chance. Be intentional about your focus. Don't leave it to chance so that you're thinking, well, I am focused in the morning and I know my big why, so I'm gonna get things done. Don't leave it to chance. Set up things in your day so that you are forced to focus. And now, forcing doesn't sound like a really nice word, but it can be if you allow it to be, because that focus is allowing you to move forward with your goals. It's allowing you to have fun at the same time. It's allowing you to choose a life that you choose by design, instead of a life that is grabbing at you and pulling you in several different directions and telling you that you're late for something. Now, already, right? This video, you're already 3 minutes in. You didn't see me as somebody in your life before this. And so I want to encourage you about the focus. If you do need to go off this video, and if you do need to get to work, then get. I say to my kids, get. They don't like it, but that's the bottom line. I don't want you to feel like you're consuming when you could be contributing right now. But I just wanted to share some tips so you can always save this video for later. And I know that this is probably not best practice. You're telling people to go away. I'm telling people to focus on what's important to them. If you're going to find some really good nuggets in this video, great. But I don't want you to think that you have to watch this in order to stay focused. Staying focused is about intentionality and having systems and tools and things in place so that you are intentionally forcing focus in your life. One of the things I use is this high performance planner by Brendan Burchard, another person I follow and have bought programs from before. And I completely, wholeheartedly have every intention to use it every day, but sometimes I don't, and that's okay. But what I do with this is I question myself, I question my morning mindset, I have an evening journal, I have my top goals and priorities in there, and I go through it and I do what I need to do. That I want to do, that I choose to do, not something I should be doing. There's no should in it. I don't should all over the place. Like, I should be going on social media and talking about this. No, that's not in my vocabulary. I choose to intentionally fill this in because I know that it's for my highest good. I choose to not get distracted by people that maybe are not necessarily taking ownership of their circumstances. I choose to be, some people have called me harsh before, and I'm good with that because I am committed to excellence. And so that doesn't mean I'm trying to be perfect. It just means that there's a certain standard I've set myself that I'm not allowing other people that are around me to lower. So that means for me, if I'm on this spectrum of let's get this done, let's get this moving, and I'm here, I'm not going to be like coming down to your level for me to drag you up. You're going to have to aspire to get higher as well. I'm committed to excellence. Now, when I work with my clients, I'm committed to excellence there because they're trying to get higher. They're not trying to drag me down. They're trying to get higher in wherever they are currently. So that's what committed to excellence means to me. So when I'm reading this success principles and I'm going through it, and this is talking about keep your eye on the prize, we're talking about reviewing your day. We're talking about not necessarily just dismissing it as, oh, well, let's do something else tomorrow. It's like, okay, so how can I make tomorrow even better? What lessons did I learn today? What was the medicine in my lessons today? So some of the questions that I'm going to share with you from the planner and also the Success Principle book are as follows. So grab a pen, pause this if you need to. I'm giving you ample time to do it. There is no excuse. Committed to excellence. So one of the questions is this. One action I could take today to demonstrate excellence or real value is. One action I could take today to demonstrate excellence or real value is. What's that one action you can take? That one thing you could do today that's going to really demonstrate your excellence and value. What's that one thing? And if you're thinking, I'm not sure, start with where you're at and think of how you can just change it a little bit, increment a little bit higher. What does real value look like for you? Because it's going to look different to everybody, right? But what does real value look like to you? So that's one question. That's a morning mindset questions, because obviously you start your morning. You setting your intention in the morning. Like for me, I do a practice of morning routines. I have some rituals that I undertake. So I have meditations. I use a little bit of mindfulness. I do a bit of shadow work. I feel my emotions. I don't ignore them. I sometimes journal, not all the time. For me, I riff. Riffing for me helps me to just get it out. I also do some transmutation type work so that I'm not just clearing energy, but I am transforming my whole being. So that's how I get my mindset in alignment with who I want to be throughout the day. So that's the first thing, right, I do. But your morning mindset routine or morning routine could be completely different. And so your job is to ask yourself these questions to keep your eyes on the prize. Like when it comes down to it, you've got this goal, right? You've got this goal that you set at the beginning of the month, maybe at the beginning of the week. It is Monday now, but you could be watching this any time of the day, any time of the week. So one question that could help you to focus on that goal is, the big projects I have to keep in mind that I want to take on, even if I can't act towards them today, are. I'll say it again slowly, because I know you can reduce the speed, but let me say it slowly. The big projects I have to keep in mind that I want to take on, even if I can't act towards them today, are. It's almost like you're giving yourself permission to write down the big projects that you do have in mind, but you're not allowing them to distract you from the project that you are focusing on right now. You're not dismissing the projects, but what you're doing is saying, thank you for the great idea. I'm going to bench that for now. What that gives you is then the capacity to honor all of you and what you're bringing today to the projects that you're focusing on right now. So that's really important. Okay, let's go back to the success principles, because I could do the evening routines of this, but I'm like, you need to get the planner, dude. The planner is awesome. I stand, if that's the right word now, the planner. that might not age well. The questions for the evening review that Jack Canfield talks about are, show me where I could have been more conscious today. Sometimes we are going around and we're just like, and we're not very self-aware. We're not maybe listening as much as we could be. Perhaps we're talking more than listening. And it's weird because when you think about it, you've heard yourself speak for many years now. When you're in a room with people, sometimes it's okay to listen. I know some people might find out comfortable because they're like, oh, you're so quiet. It's like, well, I've talked most of my life, so this is my chance, an opportunity to listen in. Listening in, active listening is such a good skill that so many people like underestimate the skill of active listening. Like the amount of information I've got about people from listening actively, that other people are like, oh, you remember that? Yeah, it means that you're being present. And so show me where I could have been more conscious today is a really good question to ask, because even if you did, like, you look through a day and you're thinking, I don't remember what I actually did, that means you wasn't even conscious of it. It was like an automated thing. I mean, what's the quality of work that comes out when you are not present? Just a question. I like asking questions as well. That's why I like coaching, because coaching's awesome. Anyway, off tangent, focus. Another question that you could be asking yourself in the evening is, show me where I could have been more assertive today. Show me where I could have been more assertive today. So that means the evening question obviously pertains to what you could be doing during the day. So that means, how can I be more assertive? Or how can I demonstrate assertiveness throughout the day? It's probably a morning question, right? So it's all linked. So there's no point measuring something that you're not actually conscious of during the day. Anything you're asking in the evening is something that you was measuring during the day. And I know that makes complete sense, but the other day somebody gave a target and it was like, we're going to be the best crew. And I was like, what does that actually mean? How are you measuring that? What does that look like? Because we're constantly kind of trying to hit targets sometimes that are invisible, that can constantly move. So be very clear with your intentions as to what you're trying to hit, or you'll end up never hitting it. So again, show me where I could be more assertive today. So I've got a assertive framework that I've used time and time again. I think I've shared it before in this, but if you haven't seen it, put it in the comments and I will post a link to it maybe in the description. If you want it, like, it's not about me giving you something you're not going to use it. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's keeping your eye on the prize. Keep an eye on the prize. Where could I have been more assertive? Because when you're assertive, it's positive aggression, and that means you're protecting your time by saying no. No is a complete sentence, right? Doesn't need any more explanation than that. Somebody asks you to do something? No. When they're asking for why, it's from a place of the ego, because technically I've already said no. That's a complete sentence. My point is this: you've got your eyes focused on, your eyes is there, but forget the third eye as well. You've got your eyes focused on this goal for your business, this benchmark that you're hitting. And if you are not willing to be assertive with your time, with your energy, with your whole being, then you're not going to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, because you're going to constantly be people pleasing, not being afraid to hurt somebody, even though they're not necessarily afraid to hurt you, by demanding something from you that you haven't got the capacity for. Think about it. So keep an eye on the prize. Those are the 3 questions I've just shared. Again, get the book, Success Principles. It goes deeper into it. If those questions are serving you right now, obviously use them. Other things that you can do is also a success focus journal, which is all about having a success, the reason, the further progress, and the next action. And this is actually good because I've never actually done this before. I think I've skipped over it. So every day, you think of it, what's the, because remember yesterday I was talking about how you can have like successes and not really remember them. Today is kind of all about, this is more of the how of how you can really constantly look at all your successes. So daily success focus journal, pretty awesome, right? Instead of you having to think about it all the 50, the years of times when you've been successful, you're thinking of success as a daily thing. And so every day you've got maybe 10 or 5 things which make you feel successful. And then it's helped you to progress in your goal. So for example, you could be like, so if you've got a goal for your email list for your business, you could be like, a success for you could be, I created my lead magnet. And the reason why it was successful was because it helps me to attract the leads to my offer. That could be that. And then the further progress is to then send traffic, organic and paid traffic, to my lead magnet. And then the next action could literally be choosing your organic source or paid source. Was that going to be Pinterest? It's going to be Facebook? Which one is it? And that the next action could also be then after that, choosing somebody to actually run those ads for you, getting a VA, getting a specialist to do it for you. So when you have the success journal, it really makes you focus in on what success is for you, but also like, why is it successful, and the next steps so that you can make it even more successful. So you're never like, oh, I'm not sure, now I've done this like lead magnet, what to do with it next. Like some people have a lead magnet, they put it on their site and they're like, why is nobody opted in? It's like, you haven't really put any traffic to it, and it's been organic. So because of the organic traffic, what you've actually achieved is real slow progress and results that could have been sped up by actually adding maybe a paid for traffic to it. It just makes sense, right? You want more people to speak to that are your ideal clients, your soulmate clients. You can either do it the slow way, or could do it the faster way. And some of these ads are like $3. Some of them could be more. The point is taking action, know what success looks like for you, and focusing on the next steps. So I might do a video on the actual, what that actually looks like, but I think for now, that's it. Oh, and one last thing, giving away all the goodies now, is to create your ideal day. So scripting is a probably a law of attraction type technique, but it's also probably a technique that's really worked for other people who didn't know about law of attraction. I've got 2 hands, but I might only show one. So what you do is when you're setting your intentions for the day, you are also creating a kind of almost, it's like a script for what you want the day to look like. So you maybe write a paragraph or 2 about the interactions you're going to have and how you're going to show up in those environments, and what's going to come to you and how you're going to feel. And so you're almost like doing creating your day, but you're also putting feelings into it. You're putting emotions into it that are going to help to serve you. So you're not like being led by the day, you're dictating the day. And then when you see things happen in synchronicity, you're going to be like, I know I'm being guided, I'm being supported. It just makes the day flow more. So you could putting that as part of your morning routine might be helpful for you. The point is, start. So if you've got any value from this, even just like a schmiggin, I want you to thumbs this video up, comment below, and subscribe, because I put my brains into this. I like read the book and I like broke it down as well. So do show your appreciation by thumbsing up this video and commenting. I appreciate it. Again, I'll put links below for any additional information that's going to help you to shift, heal, and expand. Thank you for watching.